Welcome to Carpooling with Ben, folks, a special edition of the 2019 Man Woman of the Year campaign for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Rhode Island. That was impressive.
That was
good.
Wow.
Briana Castro joins me in the car. There is no relation. I am D. Castro. She is straight Castro. No, although she's very nice. But thanks so much for coming to the car.
Nice to meet
I mean,
you.
I don't mean to not I don't mean to
know,
offend
what do you mean by
but
that?
like you wouldn't want to be related to me more than I wouldn't want to be related to you.
You seem like a very nice man. I'm sure you have a very
Absolutely.
nice family.
I do have a very nice family. They're very nice people for tolerating me and putting up with me, and shout out to all them. But we're here talking about you because you are in the running for the 2019 Man Woman of the Year. You are a Rhode Island native.
Born and raised.
URI. So you and Lindsay Idaluca, there's a head-to-head competition there for the rights to brag. But talk to me a little bit about yourself. What did you do at URI and what do you do now?
So I went to high school at Mount St. Charles. Then I went on to URI. I played softball. Okay. Shout out Rhode softball.
Go Rhode.
And then after graduating, I had a bachelor's degree in health studies, and I got offered a job at Meditech as an implementation specialist. So that's what I do now, and I travel to different hospitals and implement our system.
Wow. So just for folks watching at home, Meditech is different than Medtech. It's not the ambulances you work in. It's quite like very smart, like sciences and data and everything. You're wicked smart.
It's like me personally, no, but it's a electronic health record system. So what you see in the emergency rooms and all of that fun stuff.
It's a good time. Yeah. How did you learn about the Man Women of the Year campaign?
So Carla actually, I have been closely associated with the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, but I've never heard of Man Woman of the Year until Carla actually brought it up to me.
Okay.
And so she's the one who nominated me.
Very good. And you took the challenge on.
I did.
You're a competitive person by nature because you've played softball at URI, and something interesting, you got a bit of an international sport thing happening.
Yeah, I was invited to play on the Columbia national team back in 2017, summer of 2017. I went to the Dominican Republic to play in the Pan American Games.
Wow.
Fun fact about me, in the Dominican Republic, I actually got Zika.
All
when I was down there, so
see, you can survive, folks.
It's a real thing, so that was a really cool experience to be able to play different countries.
Oh, good.
Playing,
not the Zika.
It
was a really cool experience. Had the Zeeks.
Good thing I wasn't pregnant.
Yes.
But that really opened my eyes a lot to see what how different cultures are, and it was a good experience, and I got to go back to Columbia again to play in November.
Okay.
And then I went back to Rhode Island, finished up there, and then kind of just taking a break from softball now.
Yeah. But you have aspirations and hopes to possibly go back sometime?
Yeah, the Columbia national team is trying to qualify for the Olympics, so hopefully I could be a part of that.
You took on the challenge here to do the Man Woman of the Year. You're very competitive. What is your goal this year, and how do you plan to achieve that?
So, like other candidates, I'm really striving for the 50,000 goal.
Yeah.
I'm working closely with a candidate from last year.
Okay.
Actually, she has, we're working together on a fundraiser. It's a comedy show.
Oh.
Be on the lookout for further dates.
But
it will be exciting. I'm also trying to put together a color run.
Oh.
So be on the lookout for those dates as well. So emails, fundraisers, kind of just trying to put the word out there.
How many people work at Meditech?
2,000 plus.
So if all 2,000 of those people could just give you $10,
that's $20,000.
Right there, super smart math girl.
Right,
Right
I know.
On it.
Math really isn't my forte.
You could have fooled me. You're right on it. But I like your approach here with the, recruiting somebody from last year. That's very trainer sport-esque.
Well, yeah, she actually contacted me through Carla, and we kind of linked up like that. And she's a really, really nice lady. She ran last year.
What's her name? You want to give her a shout out?
Lynette, shout out to you.
All right, Lynette, thank you so much for for doing last year's challenge and then helping this year.
Yeah, she's a really, we each have our special reasons to why we're running, and it's a nice,
What is your reason for running?
So my brother Fabio, he was diagnosed with leukemia twice.
Okay.
One time in 2008.
Okay.
He beat that time. A lot of complications, but he was able to come out on top. And then in summer of August of 2014, he was unfortunately diagnosed again. And this time it kind of came back a little harder and stronger. And the chemo and all of that was put into his body, he couldn't really fight it and developed a fungus. And unfortunately, he passed away from it. So I really have him in the back of my mind, and everything I do is in his honor. He really wanted to, while he was alive, he really wanted to find a cure and help other kids like him. So living out his honor.
Well, that's great. And if you hit that 50K and you do the scholarship, will the scholarship be in his name?
Of course, yeah. It's
awesome.
all dedicated to him. Every donation that I receive, I tell people to put it in his memory.
Wow.
So
that's awesome. That's great that you're taking. I mean, because I can only imagine that was incredibly hard for your family, for you, and it's great that you've taken something like that and turn it into a positive and still trying to help, and really emulating the spirit of what he wanted.
Of course.
To find the cure and everything. And
yeah.
We've talked about it before in the car here that there is a 95% survival rate, but there's still the 5% that it affects people, and it affects people we know in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's no stranger.
Right.
And regardless, that whether you fall in the 95% or the 5%, still getting the news and learning that a child or a relative is affected by this is still devastating, and Leukemia Lymphoma Society still a huge instrumental role in helping the family get through it all. So all right, let me rephrase that. When you hit that 50K, if you win, what are we doing to celebrate? Is it it's just...
We're going to Disney World.
Are we really?
Yeah.
In this car?
We're driving to Disney World.
We're filming the whole time.
Hours. Yeah.
That'd be a lot of editing.
No, actually, we're not going to Florida. We're going to Disneyland in California.
Oh,
so
even better, right.
Buckle up.
That's it. 1 day of driving versus 17.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like it. We'll go through, we'll do zigzags over all 48 states the whole way. So, Briana, I wish you all the best with it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's very special what you're doing in honor of your late brother. And folks, if you want to learn more, be sure to follow Briana, find her link right in the show notes. And if you can't make any events or you can't do anything, just write a check. Just write a check.
Yeah.
Whether it's $10,000, $100,000, whatever.
Or even $1. People don't realize how far $1 would go.
I was going big, but thank you, Briana,
Yeah,
for bringing it back to bringing it right back to the basics here.
Well, because even Pennies for Patients. Have you heard Pennies for Patients?
Of course I have. Of course.
Fabio, fun fact about him: he was an advocate for Pennies for Patients. He would go to different schools talking about it, promoting it. So even a penny can go as far as But I agree with him. $10,000 is fine.
See, now you come over to the side. Now you come on over to the dark side. Very good. Well, folks, find her links, find her information. She's a wonderful young lady doing amazing things, and obviously all in tribute to your brother. So, Briana,
nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.